You know, after having beaten Erica route, I stopped and thought to myself, man, do I really want to go through the whole thing as Ephraim route? It seemed like a good idea when the route split first happened, but I gotta play through the whole back half of the game again. And then I remembered that I have a Lute that gains over 10 magic every single time she attacks, and has an infinite use bolting. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna run it back.
There is no meme. This is just a threat.
Hey, welcome back to the runback. Last time, I beat the game. This time, we're doing it all over again. Joshua has some new dialogue here that he did not have before. Or, you know, maybe he did and I just didn't notice. Always a chance. You probably have, yup, ambition. Once again. So, Erica has been auto-leveled to 15. Her speed is capped, and that's really cool. You have Elfire and Physic, you have the Silver Bow. Alright, so this is gonna be, more than just a little awkward, to say the least. But the fact that Lute can kind of just point at and kill anyone is still very, very funny. Unfortunately, well, I guess for starters, just start one-shotting things. Just keep getting them out of my game. They don't belong here. I don't want them. However, that sniper up there is more than just slightly a problem. Thankfully, Scylla is still more than capable of killing things just by looking at them. Like the queen that she is. Now this guy looks like he needs to get pressed by the Ewan button. And so the Ewan button gets pressed. I am a little curious about the sniper up here that I just kind of ignored. Is Lute able to kill? No. She very much isn't. And that's kind of a problem that I made for myself. Oh, what the fuck are you? Oh, you have the Brave Sword. Alright, well that's interesting. Kyle can certainly use that. Huh. Speaking of what Kyle can use, we have to bust this out early. Ooh, level up for Natasha, and she gets magic, speed, and resistance. I like that. I wanted that, and I think I deserve it. Let's see. If I put Kyle right there, you don't damage him, you can damage him, but not double him. You don't damage him, you actually damage and double him. Which is really annoying. Stupid desert map. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I can... Hold up. Can you just... Yes, you can. So I do move Kyle up here. armed with a javelin. The Lance Weaver guy's gonna be able to damage him, but I don't particularly care. And then Lute can kill you! And now Kyle isn't in danger at all. He's going to take some damage. He's going to be in pain. But, no pain, no gain, as they do say. And Scylla is completely safe. Natasha is not, though, but thanks to the power of rescue dropping, she can be. You have a hand axe. I think I can just drop. I think I just leave Amelia in range of you. What the hell did you give me again? A goddess icon. Okay, cool. Calm, move up there. Joshua, move over there. And then Amelia goes right here with the hand axe. Perfect. Now this problem. And yes, it is very much a problem that I don't fully know how to deal with. I think I just put Erica right here and then trust the process. Yeah, I think that's what I have to do. Hope to God this doesn't go wrong. It's my first turn back with the Ephraim squad. It can't possibly go wrong, right? Like, there's just no way. Kyle is a pseudo-Gilliam. He's not quite the same as old Gilly Boy, but he's certainly competent as a Gilliam. And you know what? We might be able to give him nothing but brave weapons and a spear. That might be exactly what we end up doing with him. Which I'm fine with personally. Because yeah, now we can use the Brave Lance and the Brave, something. Oh, whoa, what the fuck? I was not paying attention. But that's okay. Ewan is a big boy. He doesn't afraid of anything. Certainly not 25 damage druids. That is not something that makes him shit his pants. Certainly not. Totally. Alright. This is going to hurt. But Inez just one-shots afterwards, and Soleil has Physic. Do you not? Oh, you couldn't actually. That's nice. So what happens next is Erica moves over here, Inez moves up, and we're good. I could have put Inez there to begin with, but I wasn't thinking. Also, I feel like, there's an elephant in the room I never addressed. Calyx's now in the dead middle of the map, which is kind of interesting. Is there anything around here I need to keep an eye out to steal with Calm? No. Everything just drops. Oh, hold on. Immediately as I say that. Alright, one talisman from up there. Sure. What's my levels looking like on this route? It's been a while. The Lords are unpromoted. And then, then it's Joshua, Ewan, Amelia, Nemi. Alright, we're all pretty low level here. Alright. Amelia has the Garish Axe, which means if she gets this kill, her offenses should improve quite nicely. And so, her defense is improved, exactly as I foresaw. Let's see, who's it? Ooh, holy shit, I don't have any of you in supports. Okay, alright, here's how this goes. Ewan, support, hold on, let me just make sure. Amelia only has Nemi. So, okay. Ewan, support with Amelia. This is a nice one. Hang on. Yep, he says that he's a mage, and this is a cute little scene. Magic isn't just for combat. For example, relax, I can do stuff like this. Wow, they're so pretty. All those little lights spinning around together. Is this really magic? This is magic used to make girls happy. I just like that line. Ewan's a nice kid. He can be a little much sometimes, but he's a good little guy. And he just leveled up. Which means... See, Amelia? That's what I wanted you to have. Alright, now someone does absolutely need to heal Ewan, because he is in danger. Alright. There's a Walker Texas Ranger down there that I need to deal with. And Kyle is the perfect thing to deal with now. Just leave him down there. Ephraim, I'm gonna have... He's just gonna thug this out and hit him anyway. Ephraim still needs to get some level ups before it's time for his great promotion, but I have plenty of time for that. Wait. Hold on. I'm using 10% of my brain. I have a dancer. I can just move Amelia out of the way. Genius! Excellent work, Joshua. Very, very nice. Now what? So I need to move Amelia out of the way of the Worm Slayer guy. Weight of 14, con of 4. That takes your attack speed down to 10. You get doubled. That's 24. Yeah, no, you fucking die. So instead, what we're gonna do is your attack speed is 14. You don't get doubled. So Amelia flies down here. Natasha goes over here. Cures up Ewan. And then you point and click at this guy. The mobile artillery that is Lute is so fucking funny. And so much fun. I literally just point. And it's gone. I just gesture vaguely in a direction, and the day is saved. What's Cormac's defense? 16. What's these guys' attack? Not a threat to me at all. Yep. A glorious day for Lord Cormac. And just to be safe, Saleh, you're gonna physic up Erica. You're gonna get ready to get that secret book. Perfect. I just hit the end turn button. Alright, so they've started to move, which isn't good for me. But, on the flip side, that's not good for me either. Okay, I can't outrun my demons, they know how to run. Did they just strategically not attack Cormag so that he can't, what's the word I'm looking for? Because they can't damage him? That's obnoxious. I don't like that. I think the game shouldn't do that to me. I don't like it when enemies have intelligent AI. Okay. Kyle has taken 2 damage. I have a lot of options here. That is not one of them. This is. Sure. Good work, Nemi. Okay, there we go. Oh, they can have their B support. That's good. We're gonna start running away. Erica's about to get attacked. She has the rapier equipped, right? Yeah, okay. She'll probably just kill this guy, honestly. But you! Perfect. Alright. Saleh will end the reign of this nefarious hammer man. Okay, he will stop hammer. That would have been a funnier joke to make. He will stop hammer time. You see, that was an actual joke. With, like, things to say. But what? You go down here and just Rudge and leave this guy. Very nice. Then Amelia. Hold on. Let me check something here. Garrett's axe, might of 7. Kyle's strength is 20. That's 27. Minus 14. That is exact lethal. Exact lethal. Oh no. I've revealed to the world that I'm something worse than dirt. A former Hearthstone player. And then the ladies are becoming friends. It is very true. How did you end up fighting in a war? And Demi's like, it kind of just happened. I mean, that's exactly what it is. Amelia, you are then going to go over here. Kyle is going to Garish Axe. Oh, and he gets a point of strength because of his Ephraim support. Alright. Now, with more growth rates for your strength, dexterity, and speed, that's fine. His speed is so low that he's not, like, increasing, it's not really worth it. Like, it's not gonna, like, I'm not gonna give him any speed wings or anything. I'm just gonna accept that he is the way that he is. But more dexterity is appreciated, so he can have better hit rates. Now, you're level 1, you're level 4, level 2. Let's give this to Joshua. Yeah, just the S-Stock, not the S-Stock. Oh yeah, you actually can't really hurt this guy very well, can you, Joshua? Alright, that would do massive damage to anything near you. Unfortunately, there's nothing near you. So let's just Silver Blade this guy. Excellent work for Joshua. Almost a level up. Let's give this man the Garish Axe. It doesn't work unless you have it actually equipped, but what if Joshua doesn't know that? Vortex. This thing. Okay, very, very nice. Then Calm? Not quite. Cormag, Steel Lance. I should have used the Slim Lance for the weapon rank. That's what I want to build up with Cormag, but I got plenty of time before I get the Vidofner, whatever the fuck. Alright. Ewan will then staff and cure up Natasha. I'm then going to support Ewan. And then Tethys is like, you should behave, Ewan. You need to be a good little boy. And Ewan's like, I just ripped open a man's guts with the dark powers of Satan. I don't need to take this from you. Listen, he's never gonna be a full-fledged mage. He's a full-fledged druid, and that's cool. Also, only a child would say, just watch me. Tethys, you're a dancer. You probably say, watch me, 1,000,000 times a day. Anyways, Ewan Hero. And then Calm is gonna go up here. So he is ready to steal a talisman. And Scylla's just gonna wait around. Ow. Erica is still looking wonderful despite her lack of deployment on this route. Owie. Now, there are many things to consider here. I want this route to be different than Erica route. That's why, you might have noticed, I've benched Ross. If you've forgotten the timeline, Ross was a berserker on this route, but I decided to bench him for Tethys just to fully give this route, you know, something different. Something cool. Let's see, you have a steel axe? Alright, Kyle. Just steel sword up there. Your 20 attack isn't Ephraim's defense. Yeah, 15. Yeah, I'm just gonna put Ephraim. Gotta be careful I don't fuck this up. And just put Ephraim right here. Alright, he's gonna live. Now, Calm needs to get to that one. But before Calm gets to that one, we will use the Slim Lance for its developer-intended purpose of just leveling up weapon rank. Then, Calm will steal a talisman, attack you, and kill you. Nice. A completely unnecessary crit, which, as this show has proven, is often the most necessary crit of all. Because, as the great wise man once said, funny. I'm not using Erica this route. I mean, I'm gonna have to deploy her. So, I mean, I guess. Come on. I disagree. I should never be hit. Anything under 40% should be a 0% against me. And everything over a 60% should be 100% for me. Do I want to use Forge on the Brave Sword? Like, the Brave Sword's going to Kyle. Do I want to forge it for Joshua? I think he'll do enough damage with his high speed and silver weapons. I think that's fine. Fun little conversation between Celeste and Ewan. Ah, teacher. Ewan, what are you doing here? I came with Prince Ephraim and his friends. I've done a lot of good work, teacher. Is that so? Well, if you hadn't shown up, I'm sure we'd be dead now. You've saved us, Ewan. Thank you. I'm in your debt. Do you mean that? As a reward, will you teach me some more powerful magic? I suppose I should at that. But all in good time, Ewan. Yahoo! Cure. Alright. Cure! Greatest Final Fantasy spell line. Every point of magic you get, Lute, you become that much funnier. God, I love Final Fantasy. Going back to the Cure thing. I recently finished Final Fantasy 16. I know, a few years late. Absolutely phenomenal game. Absolutely incredible. But I've been playing too many RPGs recently. See, you can't go after Cormac. Let's have Joshua try and start getting, mean, let's see. Joshua doesn't have anything to fear from, like, either of you guys. I think. That's a Devil Axe. He might have something to fear there. I think he just toughs it out. Oh! And I got lucky with the body ring drop. Okay. I'll have Amelia on standby. I'll dance for some experience. You only have, yeah, Thor's Ire for higher crit. That's not really anything. And Solaire will go over here and see if he can get lucky. Damn. Okay. End turn time. I've also been playing, Octopath Traveler 0. I am like 35 hours into that game. And I have completed many of the game storylines. I love it so much. Absolutely amazing game. You should go buy it. And I just started Trails of Cold Steel, 4? Nice crit. I just started that today. The Trails franchise is absolutely amazing. The problem is, it started out on the PSP in like 2003, I want to say. I'm not entirely sure. It has had a continuing narrative throughout all of its games up until the current year, 2025 and beyond. The Trails of franchise is insane. There are 3 games in the Trails in the Sky series, and then after that there are 2 games in the Crossbell series, Trails to Azure and Trails, fuck, what the hell's the other one? Whatever. Then there's 4 Cold Steel games. Then there's Reverie, which is like a bridge between Cold Steel and the current series, Daybreak. It is all one interconnected narrative in the same continent with recurring characters that have shown up on the PSP in 2003 that are still showing up and doing things now. It is a lot. I absolutely adore that the Trail series does it. I do not want any other franchise to do it. I have played every single game up to Cold Steel 4, and I forget so much shit. Not because it's bad or forgettable, but just because it's a lot. It's amazing. Some of the greatest RPG experiences I've ever had. But I think there's a very good reason the only main RPG franchises that have had a continuing narrative and don't change their narrative with every single game like Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest or Fire Emblem, the only ones that really do it are Trails and Kingdom Hearts. Wow, he didn't attack Ephraim? Sure, dude, your prerogative. And probably some other RPG series I haven't heard of that also does it. I think the YS games, which are also by the same studio as Trails, also do it, but like not quite the same as Trails. But it's insane. Absolutely amazing games. They're just made by insane people. Anyways, we were playing Fire Emblem or some shit. Sorry. I just love gushing about RPGs I'm playing, and video games I'm playing, and Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, hold on, that reminds me. I didn't take offense to this. It's a good bit. A few episodes ago, when I was talking about the hole in the map outside the Black Temple, a longtime commenter was like, I was gonna make a joke like, that's the first hole you've ever seen. And I was about to be, like, jokingly offended that they thought I was a virgin. And then I realized, wait, I'm a fat guy that spends his free time talking on the internet about Fire Emblem and Sonic the Hedgehog. It's not a bad assumption to make, in hindsight. So, I was like, huh, maybe my image is something I've made for myself. I won't stop, though. I will talk about Sonic the Hedgehog, even if it scares the hoes. In fact, I think they're into Sonic the Hedgehog. if I'm to believe Scott Pilgrim. And as we all know, Scott Pilgrim is a lesson on exactly how you should treat women. I'm going to go find a high schooler right now. It worked for Scott, I think. I don't know, I didn't read past the first book. I mean, Inez is then going to get attacked by a bunch of goobers? But, like, I'm not afraid of those goobers. And plus, Lute's just getting rid of one of the goobers right now. I'm going back to a thought I was having earlier. Do I want to forge a brave sword? No, I would want to forge a brave lance again. Probably. Do I even want to forge the tomahawk in this route? Because, I mean, I do have Amelia. But I think I can actually just wait until the tomahawk I get naturally. Ooh, a dragon shield. Okay, alright. Now what? Is there any, like, weapon rank I could be getting? Oh, yeah, with Scylla. I would definitely want Scylla to pick up the, what the hell's the name of the thing? Well, what's it? Oh, the Nidhogg. Though, admittedly, I'm not using Inez here, so I don't have as good of a Nidhogg user. Because it's kind of, like, tailor-made for Inez. But, don't matter too much. Looking around. What do I want to do here? You know, I could kind of go for Kyle getting healed. I think that sounds like a very fun business opportunity. Yeah, and then we just kind of hit the end turn button? Yeah. Cormag's Pierce is now active, but I think I'm about to waste it on that fighter down there. Ah, whatever, it don't matter too much. It don't matter at all, even. Yes, 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 very cool. You've hit Kyle for 8 damage. I am truly just so heartbroken. Cannot imagine how I'm going to live my life at all. You know, I'm a little scared because there haven't been as many reinforcements as normal. And, needless to say, that spooks me. That spooks me a lot. How much damage? I need to calculate how much damage this is. That adds my resistance to this attack, right? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Ooh, okay, that's good. Getting closer to Gleipnir. Hold on. Ignis is my resistance, right? Yeah, it's 23 more damage. I forgot just how insanely cracked that is. Alright. Yeah, looking down, this is in range for Nemi. So the two of them can support. Nice. Excellent work, Scylla. You go down and cure up Ephraim, who's then going to take his seat in that fort and hopefully kill someone. Nemi's going to get the silver bow from Inez, and a long bow that's actually a silver bow probably is going to be really helpful. how to proceed. How to proceed. I think I just leave those guys where they are. War mag, just... Yep. I like that animation. I don't know if that was, like, in the base game. I don't think... Is that... Yeah, no, that's the Wyvern Knight crit. So that, like, Pierce being the Wyvern screaming out, that's a new addition. That's really cool. What was in his armory again? Right. The Wind Shear, I guess, is nice for Joshua? Yeah. Could get a Devil Axe. It would help a lot with, Kyle specifically. Since I'm trying to get him to use, like, all the brave weapons. Well, now we hit the end turn button. And now look who's actually doing something. That's not good at all. In fact, that's quite bad. And as you can really see, the fact that I'm out of time... Didn't I end the last episode on all of these guys spawning in? Am I really just lazily reusing the same jokes on the other route? Yes, I am.